Hi, I'm Carol Andrews, and welcome to this special episode of Southwest TV News, as we take a look back at our top 10 stories of 2016. In at number 10, the Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour made a stopover in Swift Current for an exciting weekend for all ages.
We are beaming to you from Swift Current, beaming with pride.
The eyes of the nation were on Swift Current as Rogers Hometown Hockey was in town to broadcast live from Central Avenue. The weekend's festivities began on Wednesday as a lucky initiation hockey team got a special visit from the Stanley Cup at the iPlex, brought to the city by the Swift Current branch of Scotiabank.
Well, our branch and Scotiabank as a whole has a continued commitment to youth hockey players and community support across the country. And we were very fortunate enough to be able to schedule the Stanley Cup to come in to Swift Current. And, we're extremely proud and truly proud to be part of the community and be able to do this for the young kids. To see these kids come in and see that, and quite honestly, I think the parents enjoyed it more sometimes than the kids. But ultimately, it's a real privilege to spearhead this.
Following the monumental setup at Market Square and down Central Avenue, the city was transformed into a hockey paradise with a huge assortment of exhibits full of things to see and do. Scotiabank showed further support to the local hockey community, donating $15,000 to the Swift Current Minor Hockey Association.
It's really appreciated. That is an awesome amount of money that we'll put it to good use for getting equipment and stuff so the kids can practice and play. Our younger kids has been a real focus in the last couple of years, trying to use the ice time better and get them working on their skill development.
Fans young and old made their way downtown, showing off their knowledge and love of the game of hockey.
We're doing the McDonald's Trivia Challenge. It's awesome. It's nice that there's something big here.
My brother's going for a tour with his team, so we're following him and seeing what he can do. I got interviewed on the Winnipeg Jets. I enjoyed it. It was easy. All you had to do was read.
This is fantastic. I've been down this street 1,000,001 times over my years, and I said, to see it this way and see it's the true nature of hockey. This city is such a hockey city, and I think that the people that are here today are going to walk away with some amazing memories.
Sunday started with a national broadcast from the sold-out iPlex, as the Swift Current Broncos vs. Moose Jaw Warriors game was presented on Sportsnet.
What happened here? Take 4. Silver, please. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, silver. Fly silver.
Along with the game was a special moment for former Swift Current Bronco Sheldon Kennedy, as he received the WHL's 50th anniversary award in a pregame presentation at Center Ice, and dropped the opening face-off along with broadcasting legend Ron McLean.
I feel very honored to be back here and just be part of it, and I think it's important. I mean, like I say, I tried to show up here this weekend and really just practice acceptance. I'm not great at receiving awards, but this was a special award, and I feel very honored to be a part of it with the Broncos today in the city of Swift Current.
With the broadcast kicking into high gear on Sunday afternoon, fans gathered around the Sportsnet mobile studio, where the hometown hockey crew shone the spotlight on Swift Current, telling the story of both its past and present.
The idea of hometown hockey really grew out of having worked with Ron McLean at CBC. I saw him work at Hockey Day in Canada. Nobody connects to communities the way he does. And basically this is Hockey Day in Canada every week. It's celebrating the game across the country and the connections that communities have with hockey and how it brings communities together in many parts of the country. But the best part about it for me is that each week we get to shine the spotlight on a different Canadian community. And a place like Swift Current, which has got such a healthy history of hockey for the last 100 years, Ron seems to know about the entire history of every community he goes into, and it's a chance for us to showcase not just the hockey community but the community itself.
Oh, the stories for sure. Today as an example, Tiger Williams, I was going to ask Tiger about the best line he played on, because he played with Darryl Sittler and Lanny McDonald with the Toronto Maple Leafs. He played here in Swift Current with Brian Trottier and Terry Ruskowski, and Tiger made a fantastic line. But I just ran into a young man who's doing some radio work here in Swift Current, and his question to Tiger was, tell me about the time you played on a line with Wayne Gretzky and Mike Bossy. And this was at the NHL All-Star game, and I didn't remember that. So you learn. You're always learning. That's the best part.
It is a privilege to share stories with people, to ask them to open up and to have that exchange, and and to share with the rest of the country what the stories are. I think there's no better feeling than leaving a place feeling like we've done it justice.
And while the hometown hockey team showed just how hockey crazy Swift Current has been, crowds cheered outside, showing that the city's love for the game hasn't mellowed with age. Fans of all ages braved the cold weather just to be a part of the evening's broadcast and represent the community with pride and enthusiasm.
Ovi, he's one of my favorite players, and so I made the sign, and then because he's at 499 goals, and if he scores one tonight, I flip up the half and it says congratulations, Ovi. So it's kind of a two-sided sign.
Oh, it was pretty awesome with all our buddies here. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, it was really exciting and fun. I texted all my family in British Columbia, Castlegar, and told them, hey, tune in, Swift Current's on national TV. So yeah, it was really cool.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I think, for these girls to come out and enjoy all the festivities, all the activities associated with Rogers Hometown Hockey and Scotiabank. This is perfect.
For SWTV News, I'm Craig Chaplin.
Wishing you the best this holiday season and into the new year. From Mayor Dennis Perreault, City Council, and staff of the City of Swift Current. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the management and staff of Chinook Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, serving Southwest Saskatchewan since 1976. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from David Anderson, Member of Parliament for Cypress Hills Grasslands. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the board, management, and staff of the Cypress Health Region. In at number 9, following several weeks of campaigning, the City of Swift Current welcomed a new mayor and council. As family and friends looked on, Swift Current's new city council was officially sworn in on Monday. One by one, each of the councilors read their oath of office and signed the documentation, with His Honor Judge Carl Vason presiding over the ceremony. And Swift Current's new mayor, Dennis Perreault, was presented the chain of office by outgoing Mayor Jared Schaefer. Now, with all the formalities looked after, members of Swift Current City Council are ready for the work ahead.
Well, you know, it was just as meaningful this time as it was 4 years ago. It's a solemn obligation and it's a big responsibility, which I take very, very seriously. So I'm looking forward to the next 4 years and really will be doing my best to serve the citizens of Swift Current.
While new councillors like Bruce Stagg appreciate the municipal governance training all on council have undertaken in previous days.
Yes, we did have a 2-day training session. It's with George Cuff. He's an expert on governance policy, or policy governance, I'm sorry, and so it was kind of refreshing to hear that again. You know, it's a great privilege to be serving the city and the citizens of this great city going forward in the next 4 years.
And for Mayor Dennis Perreault, he's already moving forward on several of his campaign promises, from regular office hours at City Hall to the upcoming budget.
Specifically so that we could have our budget done by the end of the year, so that we, you know, when you start January 1, you know what you're spending, you know where you're at. In the past, and all municipalities have done this, your budgets are approved like almost in March, and we're striving, and it's not easy, and it's a big task for administration, but we're actually going to be doing our budget earlier this year than we ever have. It's December 8th and 9th, so council's booked already. It's on a Thursday and a Friday. It will be all day, both days, and a lot of material for the new councillors for sure, but for all of us to get through. So we've got to get started on it. That's less than a month from now.
The next scheduled Swift Current City Council meeting is on November 21st. All meetings are open to the general public and start at 6:30 in council chambers. The town of Maple Creek is southwest Saskatchewan's hub for holiday shopping and dining, all at a relaxed pace. Several shops are conveniently open until 9 p.m. on Thursdays in December. Maple Creek, the perfect shopping and dining excursion. For more details, check out our website at oldcowtown.ca. The Swift Current Indians come in at number 8 after they took home the 2016 WMBL Championship.
Team settling down the boys.
I knew it was going to be an out, so I turned around and walked over to my catcher. I was congratulating him.
Once it was up, everything kind of went in slow motion a little bit, and looked like it was just floating down. And once Doki caught it, we went crazy. It was a good time, a lot of relief.
The regular season and a 9-0 playoff run, it makes sense for Swift Current to win it all in a place that's been called the City of Champions. Mission accomplished! Let's party, Swift Current!
After 5 full seasons, a 33-15 regular season record, and an incredible 9-0 playoff record, the WMBL's Indians have brought the Harry Hallis Memorial Trophy back to Swift Current for the first time since 2010. Coach Joe Carnahan was proud of the team, both for their success and commitment on the field, as well as their class and community spirit off the field.
Just winning a championship is special, you know what I mean? With this group of guys that we had here and the way they competed all summer and they're good citizens in the community and did a lot of stuff throughout the community and the schools this year, and every day they came out to the field and competed, and they just stayed level throughout the year and went out and competed, and they had one goal in mind, and that's to get a ring, and they put their mind to it and just kept competing, and they achieved their goal.
In addition to the league championship, several Indians players won individual accomplishments, including infielder Alec Humphreys winning the 2016 WMBL MVP with a .393 batting average for 77 hits, and closing pitcher Ryan Pope, who threw a 1.12 ERA and recorded the save in all 7 of his appearances on the way to earning the WMBL playoff MVP.
Kind of just not really focused too much on what's going on. I kind of just want to stay relaxed as much as possible. I joke around, make jokes with the catchers and everything. I like to stay happy, you know. I don't like to feed on all the bad things that could happen. I like to think, I'm going to get the job done. So just go out there with that kind of attitude.
I was just playing hard, having fun. I mean, it was really easy with this group of guys to go out and have fun and play for each other. I mean, I found maybe a few more holes hitting-wise than other people did, which, that's just mainly luck, not always skill. And we just had fun. You always play better when you have fun.
Carnahan was also honored by the WMBL, being awarded the Coach of the Year, which Humphreys explains was well-deserved.
He kept us together. He kept everything interesting. We had fun as a team. He was one of the funnest coaches I've ever had in my life. He's a good guy, knows the game of baseball, and he'll get on to you if you need to be get on to, but until then, he's a good guy to be around. He's going to keep things loose in the dugout, for sure.
And especially after such a successful season, the players took their time to enjoy the moment, get themselves fitted for their new championship rings, and spend what will be to many their final hours in the city and with their teammates from the previous summer. While the city of Swift Current will have more baseball from the Tribe in 2017, most of these champions will only have the memories and friendships from their time in the WMBL.
I'm glad to know where Swift Current is now. It's a great place to be, and they hosted us well as a team. I love it here.
I'm just really glad I came out here because it was a choice that I was like, yeah, maybe I don't want to come out here, but I'm really glad I did. The town kind of surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be as fun as it was out here, and the guys, I didn't think they were going to be as, enjoyable to be around as they were.
For SWTV News, I'm Craig Chaplin.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the management and staff of Pinnacle Financial in Swift Current. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Gus, Louie, and George at the K Steakhouse and Motel. Book your Christmas party or New Year's celebration today. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the staff and management of Pioneer Co-op, celebrating 80 years in Southwest Saskatchewan. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from David Merritt and family, MLA for Wood River.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation, keeping healthcare strong in Southwest Saskatchewan.
Moving along with our countdown to number 7, the community of East End is now home to a state-of-the-art emergency center for the surrounding area. A large crowd recently gathered for the grand opening of the Southwest Emergency Center in East End, a 9,000 square foot facility which brings together fire and ambulance services all under one roof. A state-of-the-art facility valued at $1.5 million, which came to light through the collaborative efforts of the town of East End, the rural municipalities of Reno, High Pot, Arlington, and White Valley, along with contributions from Crescent Point Energy and Synovus. A new and improved facility offering larger drive-in bays for the emergency vehicles, replacing the former fire hall which had served its purpose over the years, while adding an additional resource for emergency personnel.
We have this facility now that we can expand. It's to be part of a training facility, so now we can do training here. We have the ability to train new members coming aboard. And we have the room to do it. We can actually do training courses right here inside our facility. We can do pumper courses, we can do extrication courses. We have the room to do all this in here now, and it just opened up avenues for everybody. It's a win-win for the whole community and the safety of the community.
The new Southwest Emergency Center also includes a rapid response truck, which could mean the difference between life and death in many emergencies.
That goes out if there's motor vehicle accidents or farm accidents or oil field accidents. That's the first vehicle out. And that's got all the jaws of life and the rescue equipment and the winches and everything. It's completely equipped, state-of-the-art truck. And then they'll be there hopefully before the ambulances to get the people extricated out of the vehicles.
A unique partnership in state-of-the-art equipment, which will enhance the emergency services spanning from East End to Shaunavon to the U.S. border and up to Maple Creek. And with the addition of the Southwest Emergency Center and the positive collaboration of the community of East End and its neighboring RMs, the efforts not only signify the positive outcome of working together, but showing that East End and the surrounding area are open for business.
It shows that we're not a dying community. We are doing everything we can to be vibrant and going ahead and building and hopefully securing a future for our kids.
East End is located approximately 90 minutes southwest of Swift Current.
Those times when I thought that he was just very quiet and shy and withdrawing a little bit, that he was probably depressed and I didn't know it.
And you think that this is a short-term thing. In a week or two, he's going to be back to normal, but that's not the case.
In at number 6, Anthony Drake, the designer of Saskatchewan's flag, was welcomed back home for an extensive tour across the province. The last number of weeks have been a whirlwind tour for Anthony Drake, meeting people across the province. Drake is the designer of Saskatchewan's flag and is back visiting from England as he speaks with school children and other community members about his winning design of the Saskatchewan flag. Drake is a former teacher from Hodgeville and never attended the official designation of the provincial flag at the Saskatchewan legislature 47 years ago. Now fast forward to 2016, and Anthony Drake, along with his wife Joan, not only visited the Saskatchewan legislature, but were special guests in the Legislative Assembly, went behind closed doors at the Premier's office, and received a special gift from Premier Brad Wall.
Mr. Drake, on behalf of a very grateful province of Saskatchewan, we want to first of all welcome you back to Saskatchewan and thank you for the gift of our amazing flag. the best in Canada. I think that's been resolved.
Yes.
And that we have this for you. This flag, this actual flag, flew above the Legislative Assembly, and it's been prepared for you to take back.
An acknowledgement which was overwhelming for Anthony Drake.
You know, I've said this before, but it's almost like a dream. And if I shut my eyes, I don't know. It is really not me. I've never had this kind of thing before. To have so many people, especially ones with cameras and microphones, it is absolutely wonderful.
The Queen City tour was topped off with a special visit to Government House, where Anthony Drake and his entourage of special guests met one-on-one with the Lieutenant Governor and received another gift.
I'm the first Lieutenant Governor in the country to have minted her own coin.
Oh.
It's a challenge coin,
Oh,
and it has our coat of arms on it.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
So that's my gift to you.
Thank you very much.
As a memento.
Thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure. Shall we go have tea?
An extensive 21-day tour across the province reuniting Anthony Drake with former colleagues and meeting new acquaintances, while building a sense of pride among Saskatchewan residents. A full overview of Anthony Drake and his Saskatchewan tour are available online through the home of the Saskatchewan Flag Foundation, Inc.
During the holiday season, more than ever, our thoughts turn gratefully to those who have supported us this past year. In this spirit, we sincerely say thank you from the bottom of our heart. We wish you abundance, happiness, and peace in a new year filled with hope. From all of us at Lens Plumbing and Heating,
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
Well, this wraps up part one of our countdown of the top 10 stories of 2016. I hope you'll join us again next time as we make our way to the #1 story of the year. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.